Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel ForexPnL. Today is Friday the 16th of February 2024. It's 3 p.m. and it's time for me to give you guys my weekly updates reviews for Blue Guardian. All right, as you guys already know, I'm currently taking a challenge right now with Blue Guardian, and I've been giving you guys weekly updates. Okay, so this is going to be the third update, and well, right now as you can see again, this week we are ending with a little profit. I think about 0.5% profits, and well, right now you can see that we are at about 3% in profits. Okay, still have more 5% to go in this particular phase. Okay, but again, we're gonna get there. I kind of like how this equity curve is pointing to the upside. Okay, showing that we've been quite consistent, okay, with our performance. All right, so I like that, and hopefully we continue scoring more wins than losses, okay, or in other words, making more profits than loss. That's what I really wanted to say. Okay, so right now 3%, and again, again, like I said, I'm not really trying to swing for the fences with these particular challenges, guys. So that's the reason why I am really taking my time, taking things slowly. All right, there is no need right now for us to rush. I know that many people have still not yet adjusted to the whole no time limit updates that that prop firms are offering right now, because back in the days we used to have all those, let's say, 30 days or 60 days limitations, depending on what particular stage you're in, whether you're in phase one or phase two. Okay, but right now this particular prop firm is offering you no time limits. Okay, so there is no reason for you to be rushing through these particular challenges. All right, just trade as you would normally, and slowly but surely you're going to get to the finish line. All right, so that's pretty much the approach that I have with this particular set of challenges that I'm taking right now. I just wanted to put that out there so that you guys will be aware that it's not like I cannot really make maybe 10%. I've been having some nice winning streaks of recent, but again, you might just consider how much you could be making, but you also have to consider how much you could have lost, assuming you were in a losing streak as well. All right, and your number one goal is to make sure that you're protecting the downside. Okay, so that's the reason why many traders kind of blow their challenges. Okay, so take your time and do things the right way, and you will surely come out on the other side. Okay, all right, guys, that's pretty much enough of my pep talk. All right, my few minutes of pep talk. All right, but as you can see again, very nice equity curve. We obviously nowhere close to let's say breaching any of the loss parameters, be it max daily loss or max loss in general. All right, everything is really looking nice, very nice, and profit factor. Again, the risk reward ratio took a little hit this week, but again, we're still winning almost 80% of our trades. So that's something for us to kind of be proud of. Okay. All right, so that's pretty much it from this particular end of things. If I go into the, let's say, account history, just so that you guys will see the trades that I took. All right, again, every trade has a reason behind it. Okay, there is a rationale behind every trade setup. So as you can see here, these are the trades that I took for the week. Again, when I take partial profits, sometimes this thing is showing up as multiple trades, but it's just one particular position. Again, you can see all of this you're opened 91.216, 91.216, 91.216. So the whole of these three trades is actually one particular position. It's just that I'm taking partial profits along the way. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of put that out there as well. All right, so just to walk you guys through a few trades that I have. I think I'm probably going to walk through two trades. I'm going to walk through this British pounds and Swiss francs, and I'm also going to walk through this British pound, some Japanese yen trade. Okay, so that you guys will have an idea the reason why I take these trades. Okay, now going into the charts in trading view, so that you guys can see exactly the reason why I'm taking these particular positions. Obviously right now I'm taking a look at British pounds and Swiss francs in the 4 hours time frame. As you can see here, well, obviously this space is clearly in an uptrend. As you can see, everything is moving high. You can see the market scoring higher highs and higher lows again, which is indicative of an uptrend. Okay, but you notice that right around here we have a level of a resistance right around this area. Okay, and you notice that the markets kind of hesitated right around when we got towards this previous level of structure, and then finally we got a very massive push to the upside from here that clearly broke this level of structure that we have right around 1. 110.50 institutional price level. Okay, so we have this demand zone right around that 110.50. Okay, so this is a level that I was keeping an eye on during the week, and well, as you guys already know, I'm waiting for price to give me that pullback into that particular demand zone, and then from there zoom into the smaller time frames to search for an entry opportunity. Okay, and well, let's go in and see. I think the entry got called in this particular trade yesterday, yesterday morning thereabouts. And well, if we go into the minute 15 time frame, we can read price action further, okay, and we see the reason why we got into this position. Okay, so obviously you can see in this particular time frame, again, as we read price action, you notice we have this level of structure that was working as support pretty much, and then finally we have a nice push to the downside that broke that level of structure, creating this supply zone in the process. Okay, and then you see that the markets, upon getting into that particular demand zone, give us a nice retracement to the upside into that supply zone in the smaller time frame, and you can see that there were still some sellers in the markets. Okay, but notice how we are not making new lows. Okay, you see the market dipped into that supply zone and the sellers came into the markets, but we didn't make a new low, right? So right now we're making a higher low, and you notice again upon a second attack to the downside, we still even did not even take off this particular low. I'm just reading price action, guys. All right, and then from here, boom, to the upside, we took off that particular supply zone with this nice push to the upside, and obviously that move that took off that particular supply zone created a demand zone of importance to me, and let me just map that out. This is the demand zone that I am referring to. Okay, this one right here. Okay, all right, so as you can see here, again, the plan is to get price to give us some form of retracement, okay, into this particular demand zone area. And you notice we did get that, but to be completely honest with you, when price gave us, I think I entered this trade, hold on one second, let me point that. 1 second. I entered this trade somewhere right around here. Okay, all right, yes, somewhere around there. Now what happened was obviously this pair gave us this little pullback here, and oops. So you notice that well, after this nice push to the upside that took off that supply zone, we created a demand zone in the process right around here. Okay, and well, the markets give us this push to the downside, but kind of fell shy of this demand zone. So again, I was waiting here to see if we get that tap. We didn't get it, and then when the market started to turn around, I'm like, nah, I'm going to just get in on this particular position. All right, so I clicked on my buy button somewhere right around here, because again, I still had a very nice risk to reward in this particular position, so there was no need for me to miss out on this particular trade just because of 4 pips or 3 pips. Okay, so I clicked on my buy button, obviously gave this market some room to move to the downside in case we get a very quick spike to the downside, and then before the markets turn around. Okay, so that's why I give the markets room. And well, as you can see in this particular case, obviously that level didn't get threatened. Yes, the markets did give us a nice push to the downside into that demand zone of interest, okay, before turning around, but again, I still got a very nice entry. However, if you notice, this pair has been doing a whole lot of ranging. Okay, obviously I'll usually wait for price to give me a nice push, and then from there I will be looking for price to get to my profit targets. But in this case, it's been a whole lot of range. You see the markets was just moving sideways pretty much all day yesterday, and then we got a nice spike upon the release of the fundamentals, okay, from the British axis earlier this morning before the London markets, during the European markets, and then the markets dive back down again, and we just continue sideways. All right, and again, this is Friday trading. All of that put into the picture, being that this is Friday, and also next week Monday is a public holiday, okay, here President's Day. Because of all of that, when the markets got back to 110 institutional price level, I just closed at this position, okay, because I don't want to leave this position going into the weekend, into the public holiday. That's a little too much uncertainty for my liking, so I decided to just close out this position, all right, ahead of the holidays, because I don't want to have that risk exposure, okay? But again, I'm really expecting this one to be one of those that will, maybe hesitate a little bit before giving us that nice push to the upside, okay? I'll monitor it again next week and see how the price action develops, okay? And see if I get a chance to re-enter into this particular position. But that's pretty much it for this particular setup. I had to just close it somewhere right around here. I'm not really going to call it much of a profitable trade. I just closed it based on my own will I say risk parameters. All right, so that's pretty much it for British pounds and Swiss francs. Now the next trade setup is going to be British pounds Japanese yen. Let me go find it. All right, so this right here, okay, so let's read price action. I think this was also from the 4 hours time frame. So if we read price action in this particular case, you notice that, well, this is a very key level on our charts, okay? You notice that this market's obviously is in an uptrend, okay? And from right around here, the market's got a very key level of a resistance. You see that this area right here has been working as resistance on this chart, okay? So almost like a triple top that we have around that area. And then finally, the markets gave us a little sideways consolidation here before a nice momentum push to the upside that broke that key level of structure that we have on our charts, okay? And obviously after that, I mapped out this particular demand zone, and my game plan was to wait for price to get back into this particular demand zone. All right, and well, as you can see here, the markets gave us that retracement. Okay, right now I'll be zooming into the smaller time frame just so that you guys will see the trade. Okay, now this is what happened. I'll be completely honest here. In this case, I actually got in aggressive right around here. As soon as price touched the top of this particular demand zone, I got in right around 188.75. And well, the thought process was this was early in the Asian session, all right, Tokyo session, and I knew that we had a high impact news coming out from the British axis in the London markets the next day. But my thought process was, if I get in somewhere right around here, chances are maybe before then the markets would have bounced off of this demand zone, and you know, I'll probably at least have a chance to have moved my stop loss to break even before that particular release. But as you can see here, the markets did not really take off the way that I had anticipated. Okay, the markets just pretty much you know, retested this particular supply zone that we have here. All right, this supply zone, and from there the markets turned back again to the downside. Second attack, we didn't quite get anywhere. And as soon as price started coming down here, this candle right here is the release of that news. Okay, this is that news release. Okay, that's this spike you're seeing here. But before then, somewhere in this candle, I just exited this trade with a little loss. Okay, that is what you're seeing right here. Okay, so I exited this trade with a little loss because I didn't want to have myself exposed going into that high impact news from the British axis. Okay, so that's pretty much this particular trade setup. Right now, that's why again it's good to wait for confirmations, but again, that's okay. That's it for this particular video, guys. Hopefully you gained some value from this, and if you did, guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell so that you always get updates whenever I post a video. Cheers, and have a nice weekend. Bye bye.